So this is my first video. Now, I'm starting this as a movement against the Children's Aid Societies. I totally believe that they are abusing their power. Now, if I do get this correct, since I have been involved with Children's Aid Society, I've done a lot of research into law, a lot of research into the people's rights, a lot of research into individuals' rights, families' rights, Law Act, child's rights, mother's rights, and I'm noticing that the Children's Aid Society totally disregards all human rights. How is this possible? The laws of the people were put in place by a higher power to maintain order among society. For without order, we are nothing but chaos. So how is it that this particular agencies that are supposedly dedicated to the best interests and needs of the children, how is it that they are able to disregard our rights as human beings, our rights as parents, our rights as individuals, our rights to a family? How are they able to disregard those rights and not be punished at the hands of the law? It's under my understanding that there has been many cases over the years involving the abuse of power, involving Children's Aid Societies putting children in harm's way and danger. Well, they're defining to us that we are abusive or neglectful or cannot serve our children in the ways and means that they need. How are we going to, as a society, fight against it when there is nobody of legal power to overlook these agencies? Well, something has to be done. We as the people have to fight against it. We as the people, it is up to us to protect our children, not them. It is up to us to make sure that these agencies are unable to throw away human rights, are unable to throw away individuals' rights, are unable to put a child again in harm's way. I'm a person in society. If I went out or intentionally put a child in danger or at risk, and that child were to die, I would be held accountable. I would be charged and possibly, obviously, prosecuted and thrown in jail at the hands of the law. Why is it that there has been children's aid workers out there that have knowingly put a child in a foster home that has had drug use, or that has been abusive, or that has been neglectful, or that has a history of sexual, physical, mental, emotional abuse to children? How is it that a worker can place a child in a foster home like that, and on the event that that child dies, they're not held accountable? In the eyes of people, that's wrong. They should be considered a murderer. They should be prosecuted and thrown in jail. How is it that once you are labeled a children's aid worker, that all rules, rights, laws go out the window? I just don't understand, and I would love some feedback on this issue. And if there's any other people out there with the same issues, we need to do something. We need to start a class action lawsuit against them. You have rights. We as people have rights to raise our children. Under the Family Services Law Act, we have the right to parent our children. Under the Children's Rights Act, the children have the in In the book of legislation, it depicts that on the event that a child does not have family members or any resources possible, that the last possible decision is crown ward with the purpose of adoption. Why is it that that seems to be Children's Aid Society's first choice rather than the last? When you become a Children's Aid Society worker, you go through some type of schooling, some type of courses. You have to, I'm guessing, you have to know the laws, the rules, the rights, the guidelines, the regulations. You have to know those. So, is it just the total lack of concern against those rules, rights, and regulations and laws? Or is it that they have no knowledge of it whatsoever? I'm confused here. And how is it that they've been getting away with it for so long? That's my video. I'm sure I'll have many more topics to speak of, so I would love your feedback. Thank you.